Hello and welcome to class. It's been a long time since we last met. For those of you who have forgotten, my name is Paul, and I'll be your teacher today. Today we are reviewing works cited pages. As you may recall, after last class I gave you an assignment. Hopefully you have brought it today. To review, you were asked to write a one-page paper that cited 6 to 7 sources. Then you made a works cited page recording those sources. Later, you will work with your classmates to review the papers and correct them if you made any mistakes. This next slide goes into more detail about your assignment. I hope it wasn't too hard to follow the instructions, and that my replies to your emails were helpful. So how many of you decided to accept the challenge of instruction number 8? Glad to see some of you tried. Now, before we move on, has anyone noticed a problem with this slide? That's right, I did not cite my source. But you can see it on the next page. There you go, it's entry number 2. And it's important to do that, to cite your sources, even for a simple class presentation like this one. But before we move on, please take a minute to review these citations. Only one of them has been done correctly. Do you know which one it is? Well, let me see a show of hands. How many people think it is the first entry? And the second? And finally the third. Good job, all of you are correct. Only number 1 is right. All the others have mistakes. So who can tell me what is wrong with entry number 2? That's right, I forgot to include the date in parentheses, like I did in the first one. And what about number 3? It's true. In this case, I omitted the publisher. Well, now it's time for you to work together. Please get together in groups of 2, and since we have 25 students, there's going to need to be one group of 3. Then take some time to review each other's work. Exchange papers and look for any mistakes. Hopefully you don't find any, and if you do find them, hopefully you agree on what's wrong. But if you don't, if you do disagree with each other, take a note of it, and we can discuss it together when we reconvene as a group. To conclude, I thought you all did a good job working in your groups and helping each other out. The few issues of confusion we were able to clear up once we all talked about it in our large group. Remember that myself and your classmates and the Writing Center here at the library are all people and places where you can go for help if you are having trouble with any kind of issues with your papers, but especially with citation. One last thing before I say goodbye. I have placed links to 2 websites that could be useful for you in the future. You can download these slides from the course website, so there's no need to write down the addresses now. Until next time, have a good day. If you have any questions you would rather ask privately, please feel free to come see me after class. Thank you for your time.